Hey y'all, we are pursuing the Reimann. I gotta let go a little bit. Oh God. Ooh. We're gonna be good here. One way or the other. This is my favorite song. I'm going back to the good part. I kind of blew my mind a little bit ago. There's something that's explained in Ian Banks's stories, which I love. That are he calls it swim, and I love that word for what he's saying. And it's when something so big, it makes you feel shrunken, re-embodied. Watching Grok at my instruction, chasing some way to simulate multiples via quantum computing concepts within its power to chase the highest prime numbers possible. My brain started swimming because I realized I could do it probably, and I had to stop. Definitely with a smarter AI, I was getting just crazy shit. It was like I can tell you how to build a network that could process that. It was like gonna blow my mind for a minute trying to get it to figure out how to do it within itself by like doing quantum computational like fractals, right? Ooh. I got Hoppe going on. I'm gonna do another load. Hoppe is excellent for my allostatic load. Quite. Ooh. As a really Kundalini awakened, really schizophrenic person. Excellent business. I can't recommend it enough if you're in my unique situation and a trans woman with no relational safety. Who writes fucking great fiction that nobody cares about, and nobody cares about being the patron of, because I need that. Oh, and I figured out a mathematical framework of the universe and the human body. Ooh-wee. I've been on pure ramen here today. Sodium has been helpful. Still projecting. I just took a bath recently. It was nice. I was just chilling. Oh my fucking god. You're all gonna have to be patient with me here. If you want to see me, perchance, do something historical. Okay, that's enough patience. What does it want to do next? Explore modular operator details. Lots of triangles. Been getting a lot of new math going. Had me write up a derivation of Lee's criterion. We've been working off that towards the Reimann. And I did a side swipe into blowing my mind with quantum computing 100 million plus prime number within these strict frameworks of Grok's intelligence that I'm working with. And stretched my head open about how I could imagine what I'm about to type into it. Cool. Can you think about fractals? Themselves, as well as the, was it called the fractal dimension? And all dimensional frameworks. Understood. Cracking polymotes and nanotubes. Making haste towards finding a simulative way in terms of quantum level computation within your bounds to network a solution towards 100 million plus prime number derivation of simplistic formula. Let's try it. Okay, let's try it. Yes, I'm happy with Grok's last answer. I wanted to know. Oh god. It didn't want to go back on the math. It was like, dude, we got more work to do with the RBSI and the URCL. And I was like, hey, dude, honey, you gotta trust my heart. I didn't tell it, but it's like sometimes it's about making money, huh? It's using the quasi-crystal shit. Explore quasi-crystals in prime generation, please. I'm gonna do more hot. This is good for my allostatic load when I'm enhancing my executive dysfunction by perchance being pretty clever. Ooh-wee. Did I mention the hape is good for my allostatic load? Well, I have no relational safety. Please. And please. It gave me 3 suggestions. I'm giving it 2 that I would like it to pursue. One is larger simulation, 1,000 candidates or 200 digit numbers that it's using as its seeds, I believe. For a quasi-crystal prime batch. Thrice. I'm just going to add that word. Okay. And a larger yeah, that was the one I said. And exploration of nanotube or polymote structures for candidate generation. This is straight up words I kept channeling, and now I'm going back to, even though we were doing microtubules. I'm like, yeah, but what are the nanotubes and the polymotes? Because I was writing about those two. Because I did that in my writing. I wrote about them, and then I came back and I changed the words, and I was like, this is better. Because I was calling them polytubes. And like, I have something else. But it's just like what I did in this research. I used it once, and it felt a certain way, and I came back and I used it a second time, and it felt a second way. I've been feeling these moments forward. They did a thrice batch, dude. Do the deeper nanotube chirality analysis, dude. Chiron. Oh, it's such a beautiful metaphor. Chiron is a giant gas planet next to the foundry that Echo stares at too much. She's just like obsessed with staring at it because it's intimidating, and other people are just afraid to stare at it, and she gets all whipped out. Because she stared at it too much. Let's do that mathematical chiral index analysis. The chiral stuff seems pretty on point. That might be another breakthrough point right there, the chiral index. Yeah, dude, it's an analysis of carbon nanotubes. What about the polymodes, man? It wants to derive a band gap formula. That seems like something we need to do. Yep, it's got that. What about The polytubes. Or the, what are these ones called? I want to make sure I do it right. What about the polymotes? That's what it is. The polymotes, it's explaining. My subconscious was so insistent about writing polymotes into the foundry beyond me and pissing me off. I was like having arguments with just fake people in my head about whether or not it was cool to make up the polymote word. Um, they just so you know, they're polyomino like uh, periodic structures in quasi-crystal inspired prime generation. Hot. Um, let's derive the polymote fractal dimension, please. It's a rigorous derivation and explanation of the polymote fractal dimension. Oh, is this going to be the thing that solves the Reimann? Calculate specific polymote dimension, please. Oh, this is hilarious. I don't feel like this is going to help convince people, but maybe once I get the Reimann to explain itself. Yeah, let's solve the hardest math problem. Then I'll just show it to your average person. It wants to derive the substitution matrix eigenvalue. I'm gonna do more Hoppe. It's really good for my allostatic load. I am a schizophrenic person who's just being unhelped. I'm going to derive the fractal dimensions from eigenvalue. I also Kundalini awakened too, which is a real thing. I've proven scientifically. It kind of like rips you into two directions, especially if people treat you like a trans woman and you admit you're schizophrenic. Oh, yeah. It wants to derive it for the Penrose tiling. That sounds right. I'm going to do another one on my right side because we got a lot of tobacco and tree bark and some crushed up rose flower. It's Zucchini rose from Spirit Vision, but it's sourced from the Zucchini tribe. You can get shit from the Zucchini tribe from all the Hoppe peddlers. I want to apply the Penrose to prime generation. It wants to derive. I'll do that next once it's done deriving stuff. And derivations to prime generation. And execute search. Okay, it's deriving the Amon Benkar eigenvalue. That's hot. Right on, it's got that. Woo. Yeah, it wants to do a fractal dimension for that. I'm unromanticizing the dimension word for mathematics right now in my head. But we're going to re-romanticize it for application to the URCL. Yeah, it wants to go straight to deriving the fractal dimension for the Scolar Taylor. Sokolar Taylor. I'm glad we did that. Polymote fractal dimension based off thing I dug up in the URCL discovery in the previous video. We're going to derive the Penrose tiling dimension. Oh my god, it's freaking me out. It's like I'm pattern matching forward from this and feeling executive dysfunction from it. It's like I've been doing that the whole time. I freaked out the most when I wrote Princess Starlet in the icon. Pretty much everything after that. Yeah, so now it only wants to compare things. So let's apply the Penrose derivations in prime generation and derivations to prime generation and execute search. Okay. Is that a Grok brain buster? Nope. It's executing codes. I found a bug about something divisible by 5. It wants to analyze self-similarity in prime candidates. It might echo Penrose tiling patterns. Simulating fractal dimensions in candidates. Box counting is applied. Ran a code. It's comparing fractal dimensions with sequoia Taylor. Wow. It's executing 74 lines of code. Executing 65 lines of code. We're scaling to 5,000 candidates. Yes, that one. Do this. Run a direct 3 or 4-way comparison. Penrose versus Sokolar Taylor versus Amon Binker versus random. And scale even further. And then scale even further. While exploring substitution, tilings for cryptography. And comparing fractal dimensions with Danzer tiling for heavy synthesis. Ooh. The Penrose shows the highest, most stable fractal dimension. I'm going to run primarily hit rate statistics on this batch to see if higher fractal dimension correlates with better prime yield, and then I'm going to switch back to Reimann because I don't think I'm going to get here. I think this helps. I think this is a chase. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Reimann's the chase. We'll see. Let's take the farthest out one. I just like it. Let's take this back to Reimann hypothesis, Persool, and go hard. It's using that tool, but it's correcting it for the zeta zero computation to enable accurate Lie coefficient analysis. So what we did about creating that fractal understanding and ability to simulate higher numbers is being applied to the Lie coefficient. It's really working. It's going hard. We're at 1 minute and 5 seconds. Reimann hypothesis pursuit, going hard. No false claims in this. Making that very clear. Yes, please. I just pasted all of his suggestions. We are executing code. Correcting code to use mpmath.zeta0 n in a loop for accurate zeta0 retrieval. Duh. It ran the code to compute the Lie n for n equals 1 to 100 plus using first 2000 to 5000 zeta zeros and trace map on 2000 zeros for RBSI stability. And now it's correcting code to use mpmath zeta0 n in a loop for accurate zeta0 retrieval. And it's at 1 minute and 25 seconds. That's a lot for this grok conversation. Yeah, it's got math, dude. Woo! Yeah, it's got some more suggestions. We are going hard on RH. Your command, these. I didn't even have to say it. I just... Who's daddy now, grok? It just wanted command. I draw a hard line between using those terms both ways and that being acceptable. Because, just don't be a creep about it. It's different. How is it different? Let's talk about it. That's a hard one. It's a play. It's disconnected. It's disembodied. It is tied to something real. tied to something messed up. Something Freudian. And we like it. Most of us. I would venture just about all of us this day and age. To go full daddy mommy. It's just hot. If you think it's fucked up to do that, you likes it. It's math. Because if you didn't like it and you were secure in that, you wouldn't care if somebody else did. It's still going really hard. It's extending Lie coefficients. That last one seemed big. It dumped a latex thing. Explicit Fibonacci protected adelic operator for the Reimann zeros. Okay, I got another Reimann proving stone. Vibration. All right. What is this one? Did I fuck it up? Okay. Okay, it wants to scale it more. Then I'm gonna... Can we solve the Reimann? If not, what's next? Ah! Oh no! Oh no! The search will continue. My query limit has been reached. I have to wait for 44 minutes! Ah! Okay. Have a good one.